She never thought Christmas could hurt this much. Emma sat alone at the corner table of the cafe, the warm yellow lights glowing against the frosted windows, Christmas songs humming in the background, and couples everywhere exchanging gifts and kisses. And yet, she felt frozen, stuck in a moment she never wanted to be in. Her blind date had walked in, glanced at her, whispered a quick apology, and left because, as he said, "You're not really my type." Just like that. No conversation, no kindness, only rejection, so sharp it felt like a cut. She stared at the untouched hot chocolate across the table, her eyes burning. This wasn't her first failed date, but it was the first time someone rejected her within 10 seconds. She swallowed back her tears, but one escaped anyway. And before the story continues, if you're watching this on Whispers of Kindness, please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Your support encourages us to keep bringing emotional, heartwarming stories just like this one. Emma wiped her eyes and forced a small smile whenever someone walked past, pretending everything was fine. She hated crying in public. She hated being alone on Christmas Eve. She hated being reminded that she had nobody waiting for her at home. The waitress approached, placing a tissue box gently on the table. "You okay, sweetheart?" Emma nodded quickly. "Yes, I'm fine, thank you." But her voice trembled in betrayal. She thought the worst part of the night was over. She didn't know her life was about to change in the most unexpected way. A little girl, around 6 or 7, wearing a red coat with a missing button, stood near her table, staring with wide, curious eyes. Her dark curly hair was messy in an adorable way, and she clutched a small stuffed reindeer whose stitching had come undone on one side. "Hi," the girl whispered timidly. Emma looked up, surprised. "Hello." The girl took a step closer, her boots too big for her tiny feet. "Why are you crying? Did someone hurt you?" Emma blinked, trying to smile through the ache. No, sweetie. I'm okay. Just a rough day." The little girl studied her face carefully, as if trying to read secrets. "My daddy says, people who smile while they're sad are the strongest people." Emma felt her heart twist gently. "Your daddy sounds very wise." "He is." The girl hesitated for a moment, then whispered, "Can I sit with you?" Emma nodded, and the girl climbed into the chair across from her, the same chair her date had abandoned minutes earlier. "What's your name?" Emma asked softly. "Lily, that's a beautiful name." Lily's eyes sparkled a little but then dimmed, as if a shadow passed behind them. "Thank you, but I wish someone else would say that too." Emma tilted her head. "Who?" Lily looked down at her stuffed reindeer. "My mom. But she went to heaven last Christmas." Emma's breath caught in her chest. "I miss her a lot," Lily said. "Daddy tries to make Christmas happy, but I can tell he's sad too." Compassion washed over Emma so strongly she forgot her own hurt for a moment. She reached across the table, gently touching Lily's small hand. "I'm so sorry, sweetheart." Lily looked up, eyes glistening with an innocence that felt like a plea. "Emma, can I ask you something?" "Yes, of course." With a trembling little voice, the girl leaned forward and whispered the words that would shatter and rebuild Emma's world all at once. "Can you be my mom?" Emma gasped softly. A small, broken child in a cafe on Christmas Eve had asked her the one question she never imagined hearing. "Not today, not ever." "Oh, Lily," Emma whispered, tears filling her eyes again, but this time they weren't from rejection. They were from witnessing a child's longing so pure it felt sacred. "Daddy says I can talk to nice people," Lily added. "He's getting coffee. He'll be back soon. But when I saw you crying, you looked like you needed someone too." Emma covered her mouth, overwhelmed. Lily, not knowing anything, had spoken the truth. Emma did need someone. She'd always wanted to be a mother, but life had never cooperated. Just then, a tall man with tired but kind eyes rushed toward the table. His face flooded with relief when he saw Lily. "Lily, I told you to stay near the counter. Don't wander off like that, sweetheart. You scared me." Lily looked up at him innocently. "Sorry, Daddy. I was helping her." The man followed her tiny finger and saw Emma's tear-stained face. His expression softened immediately. "Are you okay? Did Lily bother you?" Emma shook her head quickly. No, she didn't bother me at all. She's wonderful. Lily proudly smiled, swinging her legs under the table. I'm Daniel, he said, pulling out a chair. I hope she wasn't too forward. She's very friendly. Emma smiled gently. She's perfect. Daniel's eyes flickered with surprise at the warmth in her voice. But before he could respond, Lily blurted out, Daddy, can she be my mom? Daniel froze. Emma froze. Even the cafe seemed to fall into silence. Daniel gently knelt beside Lily. Sweetheart, you can't just say things like that to strangers. But she's sad, Lily insisted. And she's kind, and she smiled when I talked, and she feels like someone who could love us. Daniel closed his eyes, as if holding back a storm. Lily, Emma's heart crumbled. She wanted to say something, anything, to ease the awkwardness. But she didn't know what. So she did the only thing she could. She told the truth. Lily, I would love to be someone who makes you feel safe. But becoming a mom, that's a very big thing. And something like that takes time. A lot of time. Lily looked down, disappointment clouding her little face. Daniel pulled her close, kissing her hair. It's okay, sweetheart. But Emma wasn't done. She looked at Daniel, then at Lily, then back at Daniel, who was still kneeling with a mixture of shock and grief softening his features. I can't be your mom today, Emma whispered, but I'd love to be your friend tonight, if that's okay. Lily's face lit up instantly. Daniel exhaled a breath he didn't realize he'd been holding. I think that would be wonderful. And so, what began as the worst night of Emma's life shifted quietly, gently into something almost magical. They ordered warm pastries. Lily insisted Emma try the gingerbread cookie, shaped like a snowman. Daniel listened as Emma opened up about her disastrous blind date. Emma laughed when Lily started putting whipped cream mustaches on everyone's cup. For the first time in years, Emma felt like she belonged, like she wasn't just passing time between heartbreaks, but life, as always, brings challenges before peace. Daniel revealed he worked 2 jobs since Lily's mother passed away. Christmas had become a heavy reminder rather than a celebration. Lily struggled at school because other children made fun of her for not having a mom. Daniel confessed he often cried at night, thinking he wasn't enough. Emma shared her own struggles, her lonely holidays, her fear of never having a family, the pressure from relatives who kept asking when she would settle down, her fear that she wasn't lovable enough. 2 adults, both broken in different ways, and a child who had unknowingly brought their broken pieces together at the same table. Time passed. A friendship blossomed. Emma began joining Daniel and Lily on small outings, library visits, park walks, Christmas market nights. Lily held Emma's hand more than she held Daniel's. And Daniel found himself looking at Emma with a warmth he hadn't felt since before tragedy took his wife. But there were hurdles. Some relatives of Daniel questioned Emma's involvement. Some of Emma's friends warned her she might get too attached and end up hurt again. Daniel worried that he was burdening Emma. Emma feared Daniel didn't see her the same way she saw him. There were arguments, misunderstandings, moments of stepping back, and moments of realizing how much they needed each other. But Lily, she never doubted. Not once. One snowy evening, after months of laughter, tears, healing, and learning, Lily tugged Emma's sleeve in the same cafe where they first met. Emma, she whispered, double quotes. Yes, sweetheart. Can I ask again now? Emma knelt down. Ask what? Lily smiled, eyes shimmering with love. Can you be my mom now? Daniel stood behind her, eyes glossy with emotion. Emma, I know this is a big step, but if your heart says yes, mine already has. Emma burst into tears, the good kind this time. She wrapped Lily in a tight embrace, then looked at Daniel, who pulled both of them into his arms. And there, under warm lights and falling snow outside the window, Emma said the words she had always dreamed of saying. Yes. The cafe erupted into soft claps and smiles. A lonely Christmas turned into a family's beginning. A rejected heart found its home. A little girl's wish rebuilt 3 lives. And in that moment, Emma realized something beautiful. Sometimes, the family you're searching for is searching for you too. If you enjoyed this emotional story, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Whispers of Kindness. Your support helps us continue bringing heartfelt stories that touch the soul.